Hey guys, it's Katherine from Kokoda. This is Trevor. We're here to show you and tell you everything about the Platoon 2.
Which is our couples van. It's dual axle and all rated to 3.5 tonnes, so you can have a 3.5 tonne tow vehicle and be happy where you're going.
Alright, so we're inside the Platoon 2 now guys, and for a 19'6" van, it feels really spacious in here. It's really nice and warm. It's got a really spacious cafe dinette. You've got a kitchen, heaps of bench space. You've also got an ensuite with separate toilet and shower. And you have your north-south bed too, so super easy to move around, get in and out of. Really nice soft feel in the bedroom here as well guys, and you have your niches for your phones, phone chargers, sleep apnea machines. We've also got heaps of storage. I love how much storage this van has. It's got our hidden latches in there too. More storage in here with your hanging shelf. You can choose to hang your clothes if you want to, or put shelves in there, no judgment either way. Got your diesel heater controller here as well, which is easily accessible. More storage here, nice deep drawers. All right, and so really big windows in here too. So it really gives that sort of really light, airy vibe. So you can have both windows open, you get that crosswind. You've also got your Sirocco fans, which will help with that breeze.
So they're a 12-volt fan, right? So you don't have to run your inverter.
Yes, yeah, 12-volt Sirocco fans. They come standard. And we've also got a TV bracket here for your TV that you would have, which is a smart TV, so you can lay in bed, Netflix and chill, watch whatever you want. All right, moving.
With your overhead roof hatch, so you can pop that open for ventilation as well. That's
Yep.
also got the fly screens, and can you show the fly screens in there?
Yeah, so no bugs, or bugs if you want to let them in. Also, if you don't want to look at the stars, you can pop that closed.
Yeah, you can black everything out, so everything's got the blinds on every window, every hatch, so you can block everything out, or allow all that view, which is really nice. Like even sitting here, it's so nice. Like everywhere I look, I pretty much can see a really good out. I mean, we're looking at the caravan yard,
Yeah.
which I love looking at caravans. It's pretty special. I would probably prefer looking at a beach.
It'd be nice if we had a better view.
Yeah.
Yep. Moving into the kitchen, we have another big window here as well. There's heaps of bench space here too, guys. We've also got, there's 4 drawers here, and they're deep and they're wide. You can fit your plates, your cutlery, your utensils, everything.
Well, actually, they're soft close.
They are soft close. What?
All of our vans are all made for off-road like purpose, right? So you want to go Gibb River Road, Oodnadatta Track, Great Central Road, whatever. You want to go Cape York. There's all these roads, these amazing natural places to go and see Australia, and that's the point of being able to live here, is we get to go and see these things. But the roads to get there are definitely going to put the car and the van through their paces. Lots and lots of corrugations, lumps and bumps. And so when you have these loaded up with weight, the reason that we use soft close is actually the soft close mechanism is what's holding the drawer closed, as opposed to relying on just the handle. You know, we've had vans in the past that didn't have the soft close, and all the weight on the handle would break the handle, whereas you won't have a broken handle. Metal sided, and there's no screws in the side of them. All the screws and the weight is on the inside brackets, which means that you're not going to have maintenance on all your screws and your drawer slides. So they're going to hold up really, really well. That's just like one example of how we build the vans to make sure that they handle those kind of rough roads, which I love going on. Katherine kind of gets sick of them, but you know, it does get us to some pretty cool spots.
It does.
Yeah.
All right. So even more storage here again. Pots and pans, things like that. Overhead storage. I mean, there's so much storage here, guys. It's crazy. Here we have our 3-top gas burner with your 1 electric there. Got a mini grill for your pizzas, things like that. In here we've got the oven. You can choose to not have an oven if you want, what we put in place there is a pot drawer for your pots and pans, extra things like that. But if you're a baker, keep the oven. Moving on to our cafe dinette. How is it, Trevor?
It is actually
nice and comfy.
It is comfy. Actually, a lot of vans have a cafe dinette. That's where you have two seats kind of face each other. We call it cafe dinette. You can have like a straight lounge or an L-shaped lounge as well. The cafe dinettes are pretty popular in general. Some of the vans, like when you go smaller than 19'6", the cafe dinette can get a bit small.
It's squishy.
So kind of your feet, you might be touching each other or knees are hitting. Whereas this is actually quite a wide seat, which is great, quite comfortable. I was sitting back on the backrest before.
Yeah, you were lounging.
Yeah. Or Grates is here playing some cards. I try not to play too much with Katherine because she always wins.
I always win.
She always wins. I don't let her win. I do really want to beat her playing cards, but she always wins. So it's a great amount of space, or a couple of plates and cups and wine and whatever. So it's a really nice space for that. And actually, although we've got all this stuff on here, this all folds up out of the way. So you can have this folded up out of the way and have lots of space here to kind of lounge out as well. You can one person can put their feet up. And then underneath here, actually there's some storage, which you can't quite see there. So this little strap here is to strap the table down during travel, so that way it doesn't move around. So we've got this storage underneath here, which is great for books and things like that. And then under the chair here, there's even more storage, quite deep amount of storage under both chairs. So like lots and lots of storage, like Katherine said before, and super accessible. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. More storage. Nice deep storage too, so you can fit all your cereal boxes, pasta boxes, everything. And Kmart containers for storage. All fits in there. All right, moving on. Wait, there's more. More storage in your pantry here.
That is super popular, that pantry.
Yeah.
Full height pantry, especially if you're going to be off grid for a while, like in a really remote spot.
For two people, you can stock up for pretty much months, I reckon.
And above the fridge is the microwave, so put the microwave away so you can't see it.
I forget about this because it's hidden, but it is in here. And this is a flatbed microwave too, which means that you don't have a glass plate. So because we know you guys like to take the caravans on crazy roads like we do, you don't have to worry about the plate smashing or anything like that. It's also in a bracket, bolted down. It's not going anywhere. And then it's hidden away in the cupboard. 274 litre fridge as well, compressor. So for more food, we like food. Heaps of storage, freezer, plenty of space in there.
So the benefit of it being, Katherine mentioned it's a compressor fridge.
Yep.
Right, so there's two types of fridge. One is a three-way fridge, which is a gas 240 and 12 volt fridge. Ultimately, they're really a gas fridge. So what happens is when you're stationary, they're cold. When you drive, the temperature changes because it goes to like a 12 volt setting. And so kind of the temperature comes up a bit and your fridge gets a bit warmer. Then when you pull up, put it back on gas, it gets a bit colder than what you want it to, and then it kind of levels out. So all your food kind of freezes and unfreezes while it's going through that. So if you're moving a lot and traveling around Australia, it's not an ideal fridge to have. But if you're going somewhere and staying for like 3 weeks at a time, then a three-way fridge, a gas fridge, is great for that type of camping. So they used to be really popular. Now, most of our customers, some of them will take long trips and just stay in one spot, but actually a lot of it, it's so easy to move with the van now that actually will move quite a lot every night or every few days and see so much more of what's around. And that's where the fridge really enables that.
Thanks, Trevor. All right, moving into our ensuite. Super spacious. We also have in here, got your top loader 3.2 kilogram washing machine as well, because you're gonna get dirty. Chemical toilet, you can option on any other kind of toilet. We fit them all. It's up to you, no judgment, whatever you like. Heaps, you're gonna get sick of this. Heaps of storage again in here. Probably a good place for like linen or clothes, towels, toilet paper, toiletries. Overhead cupboards again up here. Sink, bathroom sink, we call that.
And the drawers?
And
even more drawers.
Oh yeah, see, there's too much storage. More drawers. So really, you could have clothes in here or near your bed, whichever you want to do. Shower. The showers, we use ABS, not fiberglass, so it's not going to crack or break, and it's also 20 kilograms lighter. So we're looking out for your Weight Watchers there. Also, this is nice and light too. It's perspex, not glass, outdoors as well. So nice spacious shower, really light.
And you can choose whether you want that clear or frosted.
You can, yeah. This person's chosen clear. All right. Is there anything else, Trevor, that we...
Actually, yeah, so
like
there's a couple
a lot of things.
There's a couple of things. One is actually the floor. So here's a great quality flooring. And one of the things we get from that is making sure it's like a anti-stain. So when you go out back, lots of red dirt, you will kind of walk it through in the van, and it's kind of hard to wash that out of your floors. We've had floors in the past that, you know, the lino after a trip away, it kind of is a different color brown. And so this has got, we always, in all of our vans, have like a stain-proof floor or stain-resistant floor, in which it's much easier to clean that red dust out of the floor and get it back to like that new condition that you left in. And then also up on the top here, we've got our management system. So we use everything as Victron. It's fantastic, it's easy to use. It'll show you everything, power going in, power going out. It'll show you your battery percentage, how much solar's coming in. So everything's kind of really simple to use. If you have an inverter, it's quite easy to turn an inverter on and off. It's got a little button down here. You can turn your inverter on and off, meaning you can use 240 volt power straight out of your batteries. So kind of really easy to use van, great quality stuff in there, being Victron. If you don't know much about battery management stuff, reach out, have a look at our other videos, or ask around. Victron's one of the best. We also have an option to be able to go to OzX Corp, which is a whole other battery system. Once again, amazing stuff there too. We can talk you through that stuff or show you in our other videos. But the kind of reason we talk about that is that actually when you're going off grid and you're really relying on your caravan to provide you your energy needs, so power, from your solar panels, your battery, your inverter, your heating, so you got your diesel heater on board, or your gas for your gas appliances, or your gas water heater.
Or your aircon and heater.
Yeah,
cooling
down your van, or you can heat it with a van with this as well. Like, you're really relying on the van to do that well for you. So we've got those systems in place as a standard, and we can walk you through those. But let's go check out how rugged the outside of this van is and how capable to get you to where you want to go. Oh, that's one cool thing, is actually the triple steps.
Yes.
Rather than the double steps.
Rather than the double, yep.
You can get that easier, and sometimes people have like another step here. We actually also have, if people have a trouble with getting in and out, we have a fold-out handrail, don't we?
You get the extendable handrail,
yep.
Yes.
So got lots of handrails and step options now. This is a standard step for us, or the handrail if you're having trouble, if you've got bad knees or bad hips, to be able to have that more stability on the way out.
Yeah.
We do have that as well.
Makes it much easier.
Yeah. Cool, so outside this van, so as we said before, super rugged, very durable, really going to get to those kind of tight spots or like corrugated spots, as we know.
All the crazy places.
So we use a dual axle independent suspension, so it's going to handle really well the if you're going through ruts or, like I said before, corrugations and things like that. Really good clearance. So clearance you really need, not so much for the highways, but if you're going to have in and out of like riverbeds, or
and
if you're
like that.
if you're out of creek, or if you want to go on and off the beaches. If you go on a WA, amazing beaches, right? Like just purely amazing. But you're going to want to have that clearance to get over and under around things, and that off-road clearance, we've got that standard on all of our vans. You got Raptor paint along the sides, so once again super durable. So if you're going to brush up against things like just bushes or stuff like that, it's durable. And then one thing we didn't mention inside was what these are made out of.
Yeah, the insulation.
Yeah, so these are actually a full panel build. So they're a sandwich panel, which is like a fiberglass foam and fiberglass as one panel, one side, and then the other side, the roof and the floor, it's all the same material. So it's like a fiberglass XPS foam. There's no wood, there's no aluminium framework in there. It's really strong. It's very capable to deal with all the corrugations and things like that. And then the thing inside is that it's so well insulated.
Yeah, so when you have your heater on, it stays hot. When you've got your aircon on, it stays cool. Your cupboards don't get hot in the hot weather.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah, the food in the cupboards isn't like
You
getting
really
hot.
notice the insulation in it, yeah.
And quieter, so because it's so it's even quieter.
You don't have to hear other people.
Yes. So yeah, so that's kind of how they're made. We've done that for many years now. It's great, and they're all made here where we are right now in our factory. So in Campbellfield, so if you're in Campbellfield, Victoria, come by, check us out. We're happy to walk you through the factory and show you how they all go together. Otherwise, out here we have our picnic table for picnicking, I suppose.
Well, this is a snack station.
Snack station, okay.
Also a drink station.
Yes. You got your 12 volt outlets and also two 40 volt outlets. And then here is your TV mount. So there's one inside as well. It comes with a 24-inch smart TV. So you can, if you throw out your Starlink or hotspot off your phone, you can watch all your normal channels, 7, 9, 10, all off the smart TV. And you can move it inside and outside on its little arm. So that's pretty cool.
What's next?
We've got the awning, so quite a large awning, which is really fantastic, and it comes out up and down. You can add a privacy screen on that as well. You've got 3 outside lights. So these are a amber and white. So basically white you would use at dusk, like when it's like really low light, and it'll brighten the whole space up really well.
What does the amber do?
Well, the amber is like an anti-bug light. So obviously white lights, the bugs are very much attracted to a white light. The orange, they're not attracted to at all, the same as a blue light. So the orange lights are great for that. And then we have one over where you would normally kind of cook outside. This is what we call a tunnel boot, so massive internal storage under here with your little light in the tunnel boot. You don't have to use this for anything other than storage, but if you wanted to, we have got lots of different sort of slide-out kitchens.
You can add on a kitchen, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll just slide out here, and you can cook from here, or you might take a Weber or a barbecue and just put a table out wherever you want.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool too.
Yeah, so that's why we have the bug light there as well, so you don't get the bugs on your food.
Especially while you're cooking, yeah. Just up the front is our toolbox. You can use this for a couple of things, depending on your overall kind of trip. We always use this for a fridge, external fridge, like a 12 volt fridge freezer. Depending on your brand of fridge, it will fit a different size of fridge, but anything say from 40 to 65 litres fridge will fit in here. And it's got a 12 volt power point ready to plug straight in. The other side of the toolbox is exactly the same with the slide out, and that you can kind of use for the generator, so you can got backup power, or a Weber barbecue or something like that, because they're a bit bulkier. They won't so much fit in the tunnel boot up here, which is pretty cool. More storage on the front. We've got a tray. We've got a tray underneath that toolbox for like solid hoses, leads, 240 volt leads, things like that. Couple of gas bottles. So they're two 9 kilogram gas bottles. So lots and lots of gas. You got your stone mesh guard on the front here to protect from all those nasty stones you're going to be throwing up. Jockey wheel, of course. All your wiring is all in very, very heavy duty sheaths and all protected away. You've got a breakaway, so that way if the caravan and the car become detached, the caravan will come to a stop on its own, which is a nice safety feature. And then up here is a Cruisemaster DO35 articulating hitch. So basically, as the car and the van are articulating, the hitch will maintain stability between the car and the van, and it also goes down and up too. So a really good hitch. We've used those for years. You've got to be really comfortable and know that you're well connected and well stable. Black chassis looks nice too, huh?
It does look nice. Matchy, matchy.
On the front here we have a diesel tank. That's for the diesel heater. We put a black cover over here so it's all matched in nicely, but underneath that is a stainless steel 5 litre diesel tank. So that will last quite a while. Middle of winter in Melbourne, probably the least amount. But that would last like weeks to months depending on how much you're using your diesel heater. And a tap on the A-frame here as well. So lots of easy to use stuff. I really like using the like a collapsible hose, so that way it just sits kind of coiled up. You can get them from Bunnings and stuff like that. On the back here we have where you'll plug in for 240 volt power. So if you're plugged into a caravan park, or hopefully you're not at a caravan park, you're off grid, you can plug into your generator or things like that. On the back here, on the side, you can see there's no vents for the back of the fridge. So the fridge, as we said before, inside was sitting here. Normally you'd see like really big vents for that. the fridges we use are internally vented, so they still are vented, but inside the van. And the purpose is we're really trying to reduce how many vents are on the van. So you can see there's only 2 here, and there's one on the other side for the door. And these are for, that's your extraction fan for cooking, and this one here is for your like a gas compliance, where you got a cross flow for safety. And that's it, that's your vents on the van. So when you go in on all those dusty roads, you're not going to get a van full of dust. We've done the work to really make sure you don't have to worry about it.
We've gone through the dust.
We've been through lots and lots of dust. This here is your hot water heater, so it's a little exhaust for that. And then underneath here we've got 2 battery boxes. So we run 2 battery boxes as standard, depending on how much battery you want. This one's got a 300 amp hour battery, and it's got another battery box that's empty, which you could always just add another battery in there to have another 300 amps, which has 600 amps of battery, which is quite a lot. You know, really you can never have enough. You know, the more you've got, the more you don't have to worry about power. As an example, a 300 amp hour battery would run the van with like 600 watts of solar or something. It'll just maintain the van through all kind of conditions. If you want to use it for lots more 240 volt stuff, like running your aircon, induction cooking, hair straighteners, hair dryers, all this kind of 240 volt stuff, then you probably want more battery. So maybe like 400 or 600 amps would be a better amount. But you can kind of choose what's right for you guys. It's pretty good. And that's all lithium power too. It's all lithium. We use, only batteries we use is Victron, Baintech or OzX Core batteries. And the reason we only use those batteries is that not all lithium's created equal. We have got some videos on lithium. Some lithium's quite dangerous, and we don't want you to have problems with that. So we use a lithium that's not so flammable. So you're not going to have a caravan fire with the lithium batteries we use. Further down here, so this is the back side of the toilet Katherine mentioned earlier. So this is what you would take out and go and empty in your dump point. And you can have a composting style toilet, which would then not have this access because you wouldn't need it. There's lots of different toilets out there. Composting means that you can kind of go quite a bit longer. There's a little more cleaning and maintenance involved, but generally they're another way to go. And then underneath here, we have our water inlets. So this is where you'll plug in your hose to fill up your tanks, and you'll just turn your tanks on or off from those, which is really handy. And your stabilizer legs here, so that way when you're parked up, stabilize the van. They're on every corner of the van. And then just behind that again is your reverse, what is it called? A tow point. So if you get bogged, and you need to be able to recovery point. So if you get bogged, you need to be pulled out backwards because you can't get in front. Then you'll be able to hook up to here. It's on each side of the van, and actually get the car and the van pulled out of wherever it is you're stuck. And we have used those ourselves. They do work.
Fair bit.
Yeah. You want to explain the back here, Katherine?
The rear end. So we have our camera, reversing camera as well. One of my favourite things, because I am not great at directing with reversing. So now I don't have to worry about it, and it's all managed with the reversing camera.
And that's all, that's a Bluetooth, so it's not wired into the car, it's just a Bluetooth camera. Just plug your power in and you've got your screen ready to go. You got your 2 jerry can holders, so that'll hold a 20-litre jerry can. Use it for fuel or water depending on where you're going. Ningaloo Coast in the WA, we love it. You would definitely take extra water. The van does come with 2 water tanks, 220 litres of water. So that's going to get you, depending on how you use water, anywhere from 4 to 8 days. Plus your 2 jerry cans here, which you can kind of keep restocking the van from. Or if you're going to go somewhere else more remote, you know, centre of Australia, you'll probably take some extra fuel instead. And you got your spare wheel. The van also comes with a jack and a tyre repair kit. So if you do happen to have something puncture your tyre, even in your car, you'll be able to repair it with the van being supplied with that tyre repair kit, which actually is a really good tyre repair kit.
Yeah.
That's kind of the van, right? Like, this thing's a beast. It's a 19'6" beast of a van that's great for 3.5 ton towing.
Yeah.
Super enjoyable. Like,
yeah. For a couple's van, for 2 people, like the inside is beautiful. It's like a little home, really. It's so comfy but spacious. Heaps of storage, and outside it's gonna take you wherever you want to go, really.
Yeah, and whether it's like a weekend away with the family or friends, or on a lap of Australia for 2 years. It will do anything from and all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, jump online, check it out. We've got more stuff on YouTube, more stuff on Facebook, more stuff on our website. There's so much more, and happy to have a chat about anything else or any questions you might have. Thanks for watching, guys.